For problem 14, we're still graphing the systems of inequalities. Whenever we graph a line, we need to make sure it's in y equals mx plus b format. This first inequality is clearly not in y equals mx plus b format, so let's rearrange it. We have 2x minus 3y is less than negative 3. So I'm going to subtract 2x from each side. And I have negative 3y is less than negative 2x minus 3. Divide both sides by negative 3. Because I divided by a negative, I have to flip my sign. That means I have negative 2x divided by negative 3, which gives me a positive 2/3 x. And then I have negative 3 divided by negative 3, which gives me a positive 1. So I have y is greater than 2/3 x plus 1. That tells me that my m is 2/3, which could also be written as negative 2 over negative 3. And I have my b is equal to positive 1. So I'm going to put my b on first at positive 1. And then I'm going to use my slope to add more points. So I'm going to go up 2, right 3. Down 2, left 3. Okay, in this case, I do not have the or equal to line. So that means I'm going to have a dashed line here. Dashed line. Does not go through the point 0, 0. So that means I can use 0, 0 as my test point. So 0 is my x and 0 is my y. I always go back to my original. So I have 2x minus 3y is less than negative 3. Okay, 2 times 0 minus 3 times 0 is less than negative 3. Well, 2 times 0 is 0. 3 times 0 is 0. Is that less than negative 3? Is 0 less than negative 3? No, 0 is not less than negative 3. That is a false statement. That is a false statement. So I'm going to shade the other side, which is above. I'm going to shade above. Okay, for my other inequality, I have y is less than 3. Well, this is already in y equals mx plus b format. My m, well, I have no x term. The only way that I wouldn't have an x term is if I had multiplied it by 0. So my m is 0. And my b is 3. So that means my y-intercept is 3. My slope is 0. Well, 0 is a whole number, so it's 0 over 1. So that means I go up 0, right 1. 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 Or I could go in the other direction as well. Do not have an or equal to. So again, it's going to be a dashed line. Does not go through the point 0, 0. So I'm going to use 0, 0 as my test point. Now in this case, even though I have 0, 0 as my test point, my inequality is y is less than 3. I don't have any place to plug in x. X has no effect here. So I just plug in my 0. Is 0 less than 3? Yes, it is. That is a true statement. So I'm going to shade below. I'm going to shade the side that contains my test point. Now, once again, with a system of inequalities, we really only care about the double shaded region. So we know that we had a dashed line here. We also had a dashed line up here at y is equal to 3. And our double shaded region is between these two dashed lines. That's our double shaded region. That's really the only region that we care about, between these two dashed lines over here.